Good day, everyone. So today is November 29th, and here is my Forex analysis for the US dollar Canadian currency pair. And I do apologize, it's been about 3 weeks since I last posted a analysis for the US dollar Canadian, and well, it's mainly because I was away. My family and I, we went on a 1 week or a week vacation to Asia, particularly in Hong Kong, and which is why I wasn't able to, or I wasn't active in updating my blogs and my post about my analysis of the Forex currency pair. So let me show you a picture of our trip, just to, as a side note. Yeah, so there you have it. That's me and my family, my extended family, my parents, my brothers, and with me. So we were at Hong Kong Disneyland. So that's Hong Kong Disneyland right there. And then this is the next picture I'll show you. Just 1 second here. Yeah, so it would be this one. So that's my family, and this was about about sunset, and the Disneyland fireworks is probably about an hour or so before it starts when we were there. So yeah, so on my website, on my post, click on that picture. I have a YouTube video of the fireworks, and so it's a very nice presentation by Hong Kong Disneyland. So yeah, make sure to watch the video and like it, comment it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, by the way. So yeah, so now back to our Forex analysis. So let me just quickly pause this video and I'll come back shortly. Alright, so now on to my main topic for today. So November 29 Forex analysis of the USD Canadian currency pair. So here's my chart analysis, and I made my post at about 10:13 a.m. That's Pacific time, by the way. And below is the chart, or here's the chart that I was pertaining to in my posting on my website. By the way, my website is myjourneytowealth.com, and look for my November 29 Forex analysis of the US dollar Canadian pair. And if you'll recall from my last Forex analysis of this pair, this currency pair back in November 7th, if you let me recall, my thesis back then was that and this was November 7th, was this green candle right here. So if you, let me just zoom in here. So these green candle right here, that's the November 7th one. So back in November 7th, I mentioned that the trend was obviously in an uptrend. The pair, I mean, was currently on an uptrend, and as you can see, this right here is the dip that occurred. So notice from here it was on an uptrend right there, and then it went down right here. And during this red candle, I was actually hoping, or kind of, well, not really hoping, but expecting to enter the trade if it touches this red line right here. This is the 20-day simple moving average. So I was expecting to, when it touches that, I'll enter into a long position. But obviously on the November 7th, it rallied back up. So my entry point did not hit, so I did not enter into that position. Now, however, as you will notice, 2 days later, it dipped further. And so, as I mentioned in my last post on November 7th, I said that the trend is your friend until it bends. And that being my thesis, I my analysis was that I would go long, basically. So from the chart, we can derive the following: that the dip to the 20 SMA, which followed through 2 days later on, essentially that's this red candle right here, is November 9th. And notice on November 10th, and let me just zoom in on my chart right here. Notice that candle right there where I circled it, where it looks like a plus, right? So it's an indecision candle. That's also known as a doji candle. And a doji candle is usually an indication of indecision or and a potential reverse in the direction of the move of the candle. So as you can see, it was going down here, and when that doji candle occurred, that was kind of a signal for me that it was going to reverse and essentially gonna continue on, which obviously, as it showed right here on these next couple or next few candles, it rallied back up. So, and noted this was November 21 and November 22. It dipped again, but as you can see, nonetheless, today or the next succeeding days, it went back up and actually went further higher than this November 21 red candle right here. So did I go for a long position? Short answer, yes, I did. So like I said, the doji candle was sort of my signal for the entry point. And not also, remember, my original thesis was that if it touches the 20-day moving average, which it did, it went further, actually below down the 20-day moving average. So, and with my thesis of the trend is your friend until it bends, I went long. So I actually purchased my position right here on November 11th, just right about where the opening of that green candle is. So yeah, and then the type of strategy that I did on this one, basically I went for, as I've mentioned in my previous posting, I usually take or make day trades. So I'm in and out of a trade on a single day. But for this one, I opted to do a swing trade. A swing trade is basically a strategy wherein you take a position in within several days or even weeks. And my reason for that is because, number one is, again, my thesis for the trend is your friend. So I opted that the trend has not really shown a change yet, so I opted to ride it, and until I see a signal for reversal, then I will definitely keep riding on the trend, and I would remain on my long on my long position. And as I said, yes, I am still long, as I wrote this post, and as you can see from this point, entry point right here, where it's now at in here, it's currently at 1.28571 as of making this video. And so yeah, so I've got an unrealized gain on my position, as you can imagine. And another point of thesis or point of view or thesis that I want to point out was that if we will look to the left of this chart, which is right, let me just zoom out a bit. Notice that when this candles touch this area, if you look left, notice that this was formerly a resistance area, and essentially this area where was when it got broken into. And the thesis is basically a former resistance becomes support, as you can see from my chart here. And that being said, so the November 9th, which is this red candle right here, that dip to this support area was obviously the first time since it rallied, since it broke that resistance area. That was the first time that it touched it, right? Meaning that's very fresh. So there are likely lots of buyers around this area, and which essentially was proven by this apparent rally afterwards. And notice it actually touched, almost touched it again. This is November 23 candle right here. It almost, but not really, entered into that area, and then again it rallied. So obviously that's there's a lot of buyers around this area. So yeah, there you have it, folks. My short and sweet November 29 Forex analysis of USD Canadian currency pair. And I hope this has been informative for you, and thank you for viewing my video. Again, please comment your thoughts, your feedback, and questions on my video below. Subscribe to my channel. Also, check out my website, myjourneytowealth.com. Follow it, like it, comment on my postings. I would appreciate it a lot. And let's get a discussion rolling. And yeah, so there you have it. Have a wonderful day, and cheers, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.